right, the hot hand here of Cat. Towns three. Good! What a shot!
Material for Game 7. Just be who you are. And that's been the best record in the NBA all season. Holmgren, nice spin move, and the finish. Teams do this time. Finish, bending rims in Inglewood, and he puts the Clippers out in front by 17. Shot clock at 6. Doncic lost it, got it back. Blocked by Randall.
There are moments in sports that feel like fiction. So sharp, so intense, you could swear they were written by fate itself. In the 2025 NBA playoffs, these moments came not as slow burns, but as seismic jolts, clutch shots that twisted the destiny of teams, shattered dynasties, and forged new legends in the fire of competition. These weren't just baskets, they were declarations. 5 players stepped into the eye of the storm and came out immortal. Aaron Gordon, Tyrese Halliburton, Jalen Brunson, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards. Each carved their legacy into playoff history with one defining shot. At Swish Chronicles, we don't just revisit highlights, we relive the fire, the silence before the eruption, the storm behind the roar. This is the story of 5 clutch shots that didn't just win games, they rewrote the very destiny of the 2025 NBA championship. May 3rd in Ball Arena, Denver. The first round, Game 7 between the Nuggets and Clippers wasn't just high stakes, it was a war zone. Denver, the reigning champs, were staring elimination in the face. Kawhi Leonard's cold-blooded mid-range, James Harden's relentless three-point barrage, both kept the game locked at 101-101 with under 6 seconds on the clock. Nikola Jokic, often the nucleus of Denver's offense, found himself double-teamed near the elbow. That left Aaron Gordon alone at the top of the arc. A gamble, a sliver of space. Harden lunged to recover, fingers brushing Gordon's jersey. Gordon didn't hesitate. He stepped to his left, elevated, and launched a 26-foot three that carved the air like a blade. The ball dropped through the net with a snap that triggered chaos. Ball Arena erupted in a blast of noise and color. Gordon's primal scream, his veins bulging, drowned in the wave of teammates rushing him. Kawhi stood in place, stone-faced in the carnage. The shot ignited a 120-101 demolition and catapulted Denver into the second round. For Gordon, it was the moment he shed the shadow of a dunk contest star and emerged as a clutch weapon. SportsCenter played the clip on loop. His jersey sold out. In Denver, he became legend. Without that shot, Denver's title defense would have died in round 1. May 6th in Indianapolis. Game 4 between the Indiana Pacers and the top-seeded Cavaliers was a masterclass in chaos. Cleveland's 64-win momentum met the gritty unpredictability of the Pacers. Tied at 112 with seconds left, Tyrese Halliburton, a floor general at just 24, held the rock near half-court. He had missed his last 3 from deep, but under playoff lights, fear retreats for the greats. With Garland glued to him, Halliburton juked, crossed, and stepped back nearly 30 feet. From the logo he launched, the ball sailed like a comet and dropped, clean, detonating Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The crowd dissolved into madness, fans screaming, jumping, some crying. The shot gave Indiana a 3-1 series lead and crushed Cleveland's spirit. They never recovered. The clip dominated TikTok, racking up 25 million views and birthing the legend of Logo Tie. It wasn't just a shot, it was a giant slayer. The Pacers stormed the East, and Halliburton, once called Finesse, was now feared. May 14th, New York City. Madison Square Garden became a cathedral of pain and possibility. The Knicks were one win away from their first Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years, leading the Celtics 3-2. The game wasn't close. Knicks 115, Celtics 81, with just seconds remaining. But Jalen Brunson wasn't content to dribble out the clock. With Jaylen Brown guarding him and 19,000 fans chanting his name, Brunson waved off a screen, danced right, and pulled up for a 17-footer. It didn't matter that it wasn't necessary. It mattered that he did it. The shot fell. MSG exploded. Grown men wept. MVP chants shook the rafters as Brunson pounded his chest, soaking in a moment decades in the making. Boston's bench didn't move. That shot finalized a 119-81 blowout and a 4-2 series win. The Celtics dynasty cracked at the seams. Social media lit up with hashtag Knicks 2025 and hashtag Celtics choke. Brunson's jersey sales soared. That night, he wasn't just a leader, he was New York's heart. May 18th, Oklahoma City. The Paycom Center shook like an earthquake was rolling through. Game 7, Nuggets versus Thunder. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, already the MVP frontrunner, was putting the finishing touch on a masterclass. With the Thunder up 110-93 and just 6 seconds left, Shai took the inbounds and strolled past half court. Aaron Gordon hounded him. The arena held its breath. Shai glanced at the rim, pulled up from 30 feet, and let it fly. Splash! A 125-93 rout sealed with ice. His stare said everything. Denver's dream of a repeat was over. The bench lost it. Fans screamed MVP in a thunderous wave. That shot sent the Thunder to their first West Finals since 2016. Within hours, hashtag Shai MVP trended globally. OKC gear sold out. It wasn't just a game, it was a coronation. The Nuggets were dethroned, and the West had a new ruler. May 1st, Target Center, Minneapolis. The Timberwolves faced down LeBron James and the Lakers, leading the series 3-1. Game 5 was locked at 108-108, with 7 seconds to go. Anthony Edwards, all swagger and raw brilliance at 23, took the ball with Anthony Davis in front of him. The crowd's chant of Ant-Man crescendoed. Edwards crossed hard to the left and pulled up from 27. 5 moments, 5 players, 5 seismic shifts in the NBA landscape. These weren't just clutch shots. They were declarations of power, of legacy, of belief. Aaron Gordon's 3 silenced stars and revived Denver. Tyrese Halliburton's bomb birthed a new East threat. Brunson's dagger resurrected New York's hunger. Shea's blast crowned OKC. Edwards' flame scorched the West's hierarchy. These weren't just buckets. They were statements, etched in the pressure of final seconds and the roar of tens of thousands. The playoffs don't forgive hesitation. They reward resolve, nerve, and greatness in its rawest form. And in 2025, 5 men didn't just play the game, they changed it. With 1 shot each, they rewrote the narrative, shook the foundations of franchises, and etched their names into postseason history forever. So, which moment carved itself into your memory? Was it Shea's cold-blooded closer that silenced Denver? Brunson's garden exorcism that brought New York back to life? Halliburton's fearless bomb that stunned Cleveland? Gordon's thunderbolt that rescued the defending champs? Or Edwards stealing the crown from a king and lighting the torch for the next generation? These were more than plays. They were power shifts, emotional earthquakes, basketball at its most pure and unforgiving. Drop your thoughts below. Swish Chronicles reads every comment. This channel isn't just about recaps or scores. Here, we break down the heartbeat of the game, one clutch moment at a time. Like, subscribe, join the conversation. Because at Swish Chronicles, we don't just watch basketball, we feel